Blog Talk Radio.
All right, shalom. This is Brother Karatazar here with Brother Hamayan. Let's get this show started. All right. All right, so Al, you got your Bible with you out?
Yeah.
Can you get on Genesis 35 and 10? Read to 11.
All right. 10 to what?
10 to 11.
All right. Says, and God said unto him, Thy name shall not be called any more Jacob, but Israel, thy name. And he called his name Israel. And God said unto him, I, the Almighty, be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations be of thee, and kings shall come out of thy loins.
Right. So today what we're going to talk about is self-esteem and having a royal mindset as being a Yasharahlian or being of Yasharahla, an Israelite. All right, so give me Sirach 37 and 13 through 16.
Sirach 7.
13 through 16.
All right. It says, and let the counsel of thine own heart stand, for there is no man more faithful unto thee than it. For a man's mind is sometime wont to tell him more than 7 watchmen that sit above in a high tower. And above all this, pray to the Most High, to direct thy way in truth.
Right. So one thing as being a man is you have to have, you got to have a royal mindset. You have to have self-esteem or self-confidence as being a man and being a Yasharahla. Now, on top of that, you have to ask the Most High to guide your steps in all that you do. And you should be confident in the Most High guiding you in within yourself. I want to bring up this quote. I want to bring these two quotes because I think they have a lot of bearing on self-confidence. In fact, I want to get the definition of self-confidence. All right. Self-confidence, it says from Google Dictionary, it says a feeling of trust in one's abilities and qualities and judgment. Right? So it's a feeling of it's a trust in your own abilities, your qualities, and your judgment. All right? And that's what you're gonna need to be successful in whatever it is that you want to be successful in life. You know what I mean? And that means dealing with a family. That means dealing with, even just going out and teaching every week on the streets. You have to have some confidence in that. Working or building some money for yourself to be able to, do the things that you need to do and to take care of your family. So now we understand that. We go to this quote. This quote is from Arthur Ashe. It says, one important key to success is self-confidence. An important key to self-confidence is preparation, right? So if you're going to be, if you want to be successful, right, You gotta have confidence in yourself first. And in order to have confidence in yourself, you have to prepare, make preparations for whatever it is you're doing. You know what I mean? And I think that's something that in Yasharahla in Israel that we lack a lot of times because of where we come from, because of our history, starting with slavery. Even though that's not where it starts, but that's what we know. And the overall condition of our people at this time, it genders a lot of self-doubt and lack of confidence in one's abilities and one's mental capabilities and stuff like that. I mean, that's why, we have a saying that the Chinese people are the most smartest people. You know what I mean? Like, like people say stuff like that, like, yo, the Chinese people are the smartest people, like, but we don't even think we're one of the smartest people, man. No, if it weren't for America, if it weren't for us, a lot of these inventions and things like that, America wouldn't have. You know what I mean? But we just lack that self-confidence in ourselves, to realize that. You know what I mean? You got anything to say on that, homie?
Yeah, definitely agree with that. And like even just that is just even like what you said about the stuff is, one thing that we always talk about is they're great in math. You know what I mean? You may have some that's really just not good in math. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that it's out there, it's air or the ether, as they would say, that's self-confidence right there. That's reassuring. Because they're like, damn, that precedence is already out there of us being smart in math. You know what I mean? So it makes it feel like, yo, I need to be smart in math because that's my lot is to be smart in math. You know what I mean? Like it's like that's what we're supposed to be doing. Like say, black people supposed to be great in basketball or whatever. And but that's a reassuring in you. I know I can do it because that's what people expect of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, be good and better than everybody else.
Right.
And we need to start using that. Go ahead.
Right. Now, if I could say this.
Who's good?
Nah, it's Tamara.
It's Brother Tamara.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Op.
Yeah, just adding on to what Hamayan's saying, it's like even when I was young, the first thing that people would ask me, you play sports? Which one? Football, basketball?
Yeah.
It's just like automatic. We supposed to be good at that. Automatically,
It's like when you used to go on the court, and then let's say you go to the Y or something, you got to, get white people or whatever, and it's like, yo, all right, we're going to get teams. I got to get the black guy because I know I know how to play. You know what I mean? Or football, like, yo, we know he can truck somebody or juke somebody. Like, it's just it's that reassuring factor. If anybody can dance up in here, we know the black dude got, rhythm and stuff. Like, it's just little stuff like that. That's why you're supposed to, confidence and stuff with your children.
I think we don't build enough stigmas for ourselves. Like everything is like a sport or, something of that nature. Like,
right.
We don't
positive.
Yeah, we don't have more stigmas that, that'll push brothers to go become, because, it'll be a growing thing like, oh, yeah, we're good at, being lawyers or whatever, or good at doing real estate. There's like, we need more stigmas other than sports.
Right.
But the thing is, why do you think, this is the question, why do you think that we only stick to sports and things like that? Like, what's the underlying reasoning behind us not going and venturing into other things?
I would say the ending product. And what I mean by that is when you see, like, a lot of things are glorified on television. So when you see the ball players, you don't see like too many people in different professions that show wealth, like ball players and rappers and things of that nature. So that's what our people see. So they gravitate towards those things because they're looking at the ending product, like, oh, I can have a big house, or I can do this. So they gravitate towards those things. That's
do you think that
visual.
word, my bad, go ahead.
Nah, go ahead. I'm done.
So do you think that
slavery too though? Also.
Yeah, do you think that maybe from our history as being like coming from slavery up to where we are now and the bywords that they called us, do you think that maybe somehow that put in us to not be confident in things that's outside of what other people told us that we're good at?
Yeah, I agree with that. I definitely think so. But it's like now, like I just had this conversation the other day, like just going off of what you said about like bywords or being called a nigga, things of that nature. I had a conversation with somebody yesterday about that. And it's like now, like if somebody called me a nigga right now, I think I'll laugh at that shit. I think because I think it's that word is depowered. I think we're above that. Like it wouldn't bother me as much as, maybe as back then or whatever the case may be, but I think we've risen above a lot of the bywords and I guess, strongholds or whatever. But the thing is, what our problem is, we don't hand down good knowledge and information to our kids.
I agree.
That's
powerful. But why? Why do you think it's like that?
Number one, lack of knowledge to begin with. That we're not handing it down, and then, I don't know. I
remember when we was in school.
Thing.
Remember we was in school, man. Remember it used to be not cool to be smart.
Right.
Or to read. That shit wasn't cool, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I think that may have a big, I'm gonna say it like this. You know what I mean? I think that we as a people, we let other people direct our paths too much. We let other nations tell us what's good and what we should do and what we good at and what we not good at and how we should do things too much. Who we can be and who we can't be. And I think that we do that because we don't have that royal mindset. We got that. We still in that captive mindset, whereas it's like, yo, you could tell me whatever, and I'm gonna listen to it because you're smarter than me, or you're better than me. And I think that's something that some kind of mental illness or something that we picked up from slavery, and we still carrying that shit today.
It definitely is, because people people look at who's in power and automatically put those people in power over, like in almost every aspect, So yeah, it's, just like they may say, oh, you'll listen to a guy in a 3-piece suit before you listen to a dude in the jeans and a T-shirt. You know what I mean? Like they'll show more respect to the dude in the suit. They're like, okay, he look like he's a powerful guy.
Right.
I agree.
Right. Well, let me.
If I could,
Go ahead.
Here's a quote. By Roosevelt, man. Was Eleanor Roosevelt, and he had a quote saying that to go with what he said about other people making you feel a certain type of way. He says, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent." And it makes a lot of sense. You know, like you said, we allow other people to really direct us in a way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, we don't be wanting to break the mold.
Right.
What Tamadak was saying about, teaching our, children positive, or just bringing down positive, stigmas or information. Like, we need to instill that early on in the game, so that, once we get, once they, start coming of age, then we can start breaking all that negative shit.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
I totally agree.
We need to.
It's just like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean to cut you off, but it's like, when I be talking with my son, I'm teaching him about credit, things of that nature, things that wasn't given to me, that I had to like kind of figure out on my own. But it's like when I sit and have talks with him, and I be, we'll be talking or whatever, talking about, different jobs or different careers and, money and things of that. And it's like, people think like $1 million is a lot of money. I wanted to get his perspective on what was money. So $1 million, that's not a lot of money. It's obtainable. It's very obtainable. It's you gotta have the knowledge. Like, I gotta say in myself, like, the money's there.
Right.
It's there. You just gotta go and get it. You just gotta know how to go and get it. Period. But like, I don't mind. Like, I'll tell my son, look, I don't mind y'all using me, but you gotta use me in a good way. And one of the reasons why, like, these other nations get ahead, a big thing is the kids utilize their parents, man, until when they can fly on their own. And I think we don't have being that. When you look at us, that structure is not there. It's like, 7 times out of 10, the father ain't in the picture, or he ain't in the same household or whatever. So from right there, the structure's already broken.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a caller. Y'all wanna accept the call and see what they saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on.
All right. I'm gonna put them on now.
Yeah.
Shalom.
Shalom, Akim.
Oh. This dude. Shalom, Mark. You got something you want to say?
Now, I just wanted to caveat off. I think I really feel a strong part, because you guys were talking about money, trying to get an understanding. I think a big part of having a real mindset is understand the difference between riches and wealth. And when we can understand what wealth is, and then we can raise up our children, because, a lot of us are growing up today knowing that we don't got shit. Even from our parents, we're growing up at a young age with a mindset like, I have to go out and get it on my own. As opposed to these other nations, they're raised in families and they know they can look in their surroundings and see what they're going to get, and things like that, because they have that generational wealth. And I think understanding generational wealth as opposed to riches would be a key factor in bringing out that royal mindset within people again.
But our people, a lot of times, especially from the group that we came from, our people is like, it's a bad thing. It's a bad thing to have wealth or to have money. I mean, because they say money is the root of all evil. Or, the scriptures say the love of money. But, I mean, what do you think about that? Like, coming from where we came from, it was bad if a dude had a Mercedes Benz, or if he had, you know, he had he had a $500,000 house or something like that.
In my opinion, if you're mad that somebody has, hold on. In my opinion, if you're mad that somebody has something, that means you care too much and you're actually coveting of what that man has. Because if you didn't care about the stuff, it wouldn't matter to you whether somebody had it or didn't have it. You know.
Well, the thing about it is that we was taught that you shouldn't have those things. Not whether they not as though the person was jealous of another person, but it's just like, look, you know, you shouldn't be trying to work for that. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be trying to get that or obtain any type of money in this civilization, because it's about to go down. I don't know.
Yeah, I disagreed with that 100%.
Or
to me,
what you think?
That's going back into that same mindset that we was talking about basically you putting yourself in a slave mentality. To me, like when you think on that level, you put yourself into. It's like you become your thoughts. You know what I mean? So if that's what you constantly think about, that's what's in your mind. You become those things. You know what I mean? It's just like that. It don't register with me. Like that,
and not only that, Tamarock, but Tamarock. Not only that, having a Mercedes Benz and a nice house, according to where we came from, is nothing compared to what the kingdom is going to be like. So you're telling me that I'm not supposed to have nice things because it's not time yet and stuff is about to go down, but in a way you're comparing the things of this world to what the kingdom of heaven is going to be like. You know what I'm saying? Going back to actually caring about these things. If I believe that the kingdom of heaven is this place where the chariots are going to be flying around, the speculations that we've heard of and we were taught, a Mercedes Benz doesn't mean shit. That's why I said it's that person, it's that individual.
Right.
All right, so I got a question I want to ask each one of y'all. We got like 6 minutes left, so I want y'all to do like 2 minutes each. What do you think when you think of a royal? What is a royal mindset to you? What does that encompass in 2 minutes?
To me, I guess having a royal.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, all right. I think it would be, just being like an all-around man, and taking care of your family, and basically just having your stuff together, man. Thinking on a higher level, thinking that, you can accomplish anything, man. Anything that you put your mind to.
Word. What about you, Ron, or whoever?
A royal mindset for me, first and foremost, is wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, discernment, also righteous judgment, and understanding Deuteronomy 7 and 6 to the fullest, that we are better than all people upon the face of the earth, and we should carry ourselves as such, not just to be better just because we're better, in order for us to be an example so that Yahweh's laws in the kingdom will reign forth out of Zion the way it's supposed to. We have to know that we're better than these other people in order to teach them. Setting the example.
That's a good point, Doc. That's a good point. What about you, Hamiya?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I was gonna say exactly what Ram said. Like the whole point of you need to get to a point so you can be able to teach others. And like even what Tamarak said, like you gotta as a man take care of your family and do what you gotta do. But like you can't allow anybody to hinder you from doing what you got to do. You know what I mean? Like, you got to rise above the rest. You know, like being royal. You know, you have to look at it like, hey, I may not be the top person, but I'm going to carry myself like I am. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to just, you know, put myself in that mentality of, hey, I'm the number one, you know, listen, my family, you know, it's my nation or whatever, my family, we got to basically put ourselves to where it's like, hey, nobody can stop us on, you know, whatever we got to do, you know, so we can go ahead and like the brother said, you know, teach the rest of the nation. You know, you can't teach anybody unless you have that type of, you know, that type of mentality about yourself. Like, how would a teacher teach their student if they felt like they was a student themselves? You know?
Or they didn't have the confidence.
Exactly. You know, somebody got to rise, you know, above the rest and go ahead and teach the rest of the people. So, yeah, I think that's one thing that we're lacking as a people is that royal mentality. Even, like you said, with the group we came from, you know, that's what they said that we need to have, but it was crazy because when you really looked at it, we didn't have that. You know, thought about it, but we didn't really have it.
You was taught to be low.
That's what's up. So we got 3 minutes left. So if y'all want to say anything in closing, and then we'll close it out.
Well, what do you think?
Yeah. Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said, what do I think about what? Having a royal mindset?
Right.
I agree. I think that, like I said, the show is about self-esteem and having a royal mentality. I think that a royal mindset has to first start with the person building their self-esteem. To know that, yeah, I'm a son of Yasharahla, I'm a son of Israel, and I could do whatever I want to do by the power of the Most High, and by the capability of the mind and the assets that the Most High has given me. I could do anything. You know what I mean? I could be that leader. I could be that example of what the other nations are supposed to walk like. You know, when they come time for them to keep these laws. I can show the other nations what royalty and what righteousness is. And all that, first of all, starts with the family. It starts with you as an individual, and then it starts with your family, because you have to raise your children to be like that and to value these things that we're talking about, and your wife.
Right.
And then ultimately, when you do that, then you walk around, and your children and your family, your house walks around as an example, not only to Yasharahla, but to all the nations. And that's my take on it. But I definitely agree with what everybody's saying. I mean, so we got 90 seconds left, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. So with that, we say, "Call Allah Yahweh Yahweh." Now we only got like 30 seconds, bro. We'll get next time.
It's real quick. All right, come.
Yeah, we gotta close it out. So with that, we say, "Call Allah Yahweh Yahweh."
Call Allah Yahweh.
Yeah, and peace and blessings to the brothers and sisters out there. You know, and Yasharahla. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.